The old guard of the WNBA is one interesting group, man. They are all over the place. They want a league to grow, but yet they don't want it to grow in a certain way that they just don't like it. They just don't like it. They don't make sense. They're all over the place. They criticize this person, they praise that person, and when it comes down to it, so often, so very often, all you get from these individuals is a whole bunch of negativity. And most recently, we had some comments that were made by former WNBA player Angel McCoughtry. Angel McCoughtry went out of her way to really rip Hailey Van Lith from the Chicago Sky. She had plenty to say, and because of what she said, she may have caught some clapback from people. I haven't seen the clapback per se, but seems like she's tried to run back her comments. Yet her apology, for whatever it's worth, wasn't all that much of an apology, in my opinion, because I still don't know what she's apologizing for. So let's talk about what Angel McCoughtry had to say about Hailey Van Lith, the rookie for the Chicago Sky. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We talk facts over feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Appreciate y'all continued support of the channel, man. We are over 10,500 subs and looking to push forward to 11,000. Appreciate y'all continuing to support this channel, whether you agree with me, disagree with me, love me, don't like me, hate me, whatever it is. If you're here, you're supporting it, and I am appreciative of that. So Angel McCoughtry is a former WNBA player. For those of you who do not know, because we all know that a lot of people who are watching the WNBA don't truly know about the past history of the WNBA. She played in the WNBA for 13 seasons. She's been in the league from 2009 to 2022. She played a large portion of her career with the Atlanta Dream. She was an MVP candidate multiple seasons, first team All WNBA defense, first team All WNBA. A lengthy, successful career. I mean, many seasons averaging over 20 points per game. She had what 4 or 5 seasons averaging more than 20 a game. Again, a quality player. Career averages at 18.6, 5 rebounds, and 2.9 assists on 43% shooting, 80% from the line. 6'1", 175 pound, guard forward. Again, very successful player in the history of the WNBA. That said, she had some negative things to say about Hailey Van Lith, and I don't really know why she chose to go in the direction of Hailey Van Lith. Um, there obviously, I was one person who was against Hailey Van Lith being drafted to the Chicago Sky for a multitude of reasons. One of the main ones being the fact that Hailey Van Lith already had a unsuccessful time playing next to Angel Reese. So I didn't see why Chicago would put her in the position to play again with someone who that one year was probably the worst basketball year of Hailey Van Lith's career. Whether you blame it on Reese or don't blame it on Reese or blame it on the situation, whatever it is, she did not play well when she was teamed up with Angel Reese. Yet she got drafted in the first round by the Chicago Sky. Now, was it a surprise that she was a first round pick? Not at all. I thought she should have been a first round pick. She was one of the best guards in the country last season in her 6th year of college, or 5th year, whatever amount of years it was she played college basketball. I think it was the 6th year. Um, she led her team to the Elite Eight. Very successful season, and um, she earned everything she got. Earned everything she got. And so recently, Angel McCoughtry questioned if Hailey Van Lith would even be receiving WNBA minutes if not for her celebrity status. She says specifically, Hailey Van Lith, she's a decent player. Is there players? Grammar's great. Is there players out there not in the WNBA who may be better than Hailey Van Lith? I believe so. Well, we know that there are players that are better than Hailey Van Lith that are not in the WNBA. We also know there are players that are not in the WNBA that are better than 95% of the players in the WNBA. Kennedy Carter, So when you use terminology like that and say, oh, there's players outside the WNBA who are better than Hailey Van Lith. Well, there's players outside the WNBA who are better than a majority of the league. Like, let's be real. Let's be honest about what we're saying here. So for you to specifically individually call out Hailey Van Lith, it's just a tad bit weird. So she says, who may be better than Hailey Van Lith? I believe so, but they're not popular. No, Kennedy Carter's popular. She's just been blackballed by the league of a bunch of whiny ass petty women. Um, McCoughtry said this on her Let Her Shoot podcast. If Hailey Van Lith had 10,000 followers, would she be in the league? Honestly, if we just talk about her true talent, take away the followers just from her talent right now, would she be in the league if she had 10,000 followers? This is a player that led multiple teams to the Elite Eight. I'm not even including LSU because LSU, that was not a great year. But she led Louisville to the Elite Eight. She led Texas Christian to the Elite Eight. She's a good basketball player. Is she a great basketball player? No. Here's what makes it even more funky is that McCoughtry went to Louisville. Like, she went to Louisville, where Hailey Van Lith went for what, 3-4 years? And she's gonna talk shit about a, a fellow alum from Louisville? Hailey Van Lith's getting more minutes right now because Courtney Vandersloot is injured and out for the season. There's a reason that she's getting more minutes now. She's getting more minutes because Courtney Vandersloot is out for the season. And I think it's pretty fucking sad that Angel McCoughtry would find the reason to try to denigrate and dismiss and devalue the what Hailey Van Lith is and how, again, here we go, another 5'8" white girl who gets shit on by a black woman in the WNBA. First, Angel Reese shit on Kelsey Plum and took a dump on her about her white privilege. And here we go. Now, some more white privilege commentary. This is just really weird. This is weird. And Hailey Van Lith is not the best player in the league. She's not even close to that. But to sit here and act like Hailey Van Lith might be the 156th best player in the league is lunacy. Hailey Van Lith is not one of the worst players in the league. She's probably somewhere in the middle. But to sit here and act like she's not a serviceable WNBA player and specifying Hailey Van Lith, well, why aren't you specifying Brianna Turner? Why aren't you specifying other black women in the WNBA? Why go after the rookie white girl? Because she has following, because she has 1.3 million followers on Instagram. That's the reason to go after her. It's weird. I to see these types of comments made about players that are in the league right now by former players now. And it's funny because McCoughtry is pretty outspoken. She did make comments about Caitlin Clark and how Caitlin Clark needs an enforcer, blase, and she would be happy to take on that role. You had all these players you could have chosen from, and you chose Hailey Van Lith as your target. And because of that, she has caught backlash. She has caught some backlash from what I'm seeing here. So, it is, she gets ripped for nasty Hailey Van Lith comments. So here are some of the comments that she has received. She said, that's so nasty, man. Hailey Van Lith had a successful college career and led TCU to an Elite Eight in the 25 NCAA tournament after they were a second round exit in the WBIT the season prior. It's normal for rookies to struggle. Most take an adjustment period. Sucks to see old people be so hateful. Here's another one. The way the WNBA media covers their league is so toxic. Here's another one. It's fair to ponder Hailey Van Lith's upside as a player. It's also reasonable to debate her fit with the Chicago Sky. But to suggest that she would not be qualified to be in the WNBA if she didn't have such a large social media following is an asinine stretch of a take. Another one. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Van Lith has not responded to McCoughtry's claim. At this point, again, she doesn't gain anything by responding to it. It's weird. I don't understand where they're coming from. Let's just take a look right now at the Chicago Sky roster. How many years does Rachel Banham have to suck to be in the WNBA? Just curious. How many years of sucking does she have to be to not be the person that gets attacked? I don't know. Kia Nurse, garbage. Mariah Jefferson, garbage. I, these are on her team. Rachel Banham, I've said it before, garbage. Rebecca Allen, how many years of being a mediocre ass player does she have to be? It's just so weird. Let's look at the Connecticut Sun. Let's look at the Connecticut Sun. Just look at this roster. Haley Peters, 3.3 points per game. JC Sheldon, 7.5 points per game. I'm not touching the rookies because the rookies don't deserve that type of bullshit. Bria Hartley, 7.2 points per game. Lindsey Allen, 2.4 points per game. Did she play for Chicago last year? Let's look at another team. Like this is who she chose to take a shot at. It's just such an odd it's just very odd. But, Kirsten Bell shouldn't even be in the league. Dana Evans, 5 points per game. Who the hell is Joyner Holmes? 0 points per game. Tiffany Mitchell, how many years does Tiffany Mitchell get to play in the WNBA? 3.7 points per game. I mean, we can go Kia Stokes, 2.4 points per game. How many years does she get to suck? How many years does she get to suck? Women's never averaged more than hasn't averaged more than 2.3 points per game since 2020. A career 3.6 points per game. And you're sitting here questioning Hailey Van Lith? If Hailey Van Lith was a starter for 29 games, if Hailey Van Lith was a starter for 29 games, the way Kia Stokes was last year for Las Vegas, I guarantee you she'd average more than 1.4 points per game. Played 39 games, started 29. Hell, this year she started 13 of 13, 2.4 points per game. Hailey Van Lith, actually, statistically, this season, when she's gotten playing time, has produced. She's produced. Let's look at her right now. She has played over the last, let's see here. She played 24 minutes against Connecticut. She had 16 points, 5 rebounds on 75% shooting. That's better than Kia Stokes has had in probably her career. Against Washington, she played 26 minutes. She had 5 points. Against Phoenix, she had 4 points in 21 minutes. Is she great? Is she playing great? No. But I would venture to guess that the more she plays, the more opportunities she gets, she'll become a better player in the WNBA. But so here's Angel McCoughtry and her commentary now, and how she's now apologizing for what she said. And her apology to me runs very, very hollow. This is just my opinion, but I'll let you listen to it yourself. So here is Angel McCoughtry's attempt to apologize. And the comments about how it's a great apology is so ridiculous. But let's listen to this apology. Sorry, I don't know why I'm not hearing it. I can't hear anything. So here we go.
One thing I ain't is a hater. I ain't never hated on nobody. It never come on my mouth. Now, my mistake I made was giving a point with the wrong delivery. I shouldn't have used a certain player to make an example of a point I was trying to make. And I want to apologize for that because I was wrong. I can take accountability when I'm wrong, y'all. So I'm going to apologize to Hailey for that because you worked hard for everything you got. You deserve it all, plus more.
What the hell does that mean? What does that mean specifically? So she's not a hater. So you all know, she starts off, so y'all know that I'm not a hater. Well, I don't know you, so I don't know what you are. And most basketball fans today don't have any idea who you are. So don't know who you are personally. So I don't know what you are or what you portray yourself as or what have you. but you're not a hater, but you literally used Hailey Van Lith as what was the point you were trying to make? You still haven't clarified what your actual point was. That's what makes it so silly. We still don't know what was your actual point. You know, I'm not following what her point was. She hasn't said what her point was. What was the actual point, Angel McCoughtry? Did you have a point? No, your point was to rip her. That's what your point was. That's what your point was. You could sit. Your point was to rip Hailey Van Lith because otherwise, you would have explained in this video about how you're not a hater. And I don't care if you're a hater or not. Whatever, it doesn't matter to me. You would have explained what your point actually was. Was your point to say that there are players not in the league that are better than some players that are in the league? Was that the point? Well, if that's the point, you have players that are not in the league that are better than 95% of the players that are in the league. You do. We know this. Again, Kennedy Carter is better than 95% of the players that are currently in the league. She's not in the league. She's been blackballed from the league by the petty women's establishment of the WNBA. That's just the reality. And I'm sure there's a handful of other players that are better that are not in the league. But you used Hailey Van Lith, though. There's something deeper to it. What is that deeper? What is that deeper thought? Where did her name of all names come from? And I'm going to beat this horse hard because you didn't explain what your point was. I don't know what your point is. I can name 50 players easily by just going through rosters that Hailey Van Lith is better than. Would I take Hailey Van Lith right now in the Indiana Fever to be the backup to Caitlin Clark? In an absolute second. No doubt about it. Hailey Van Lith would be on my team. No doubt about it. You want to know why? Because Hailey Van Lith is a dog. And she's going to play hard, man. She's an effort player. She'd be on my team in a second. Does she fit every team? No. She's a 5'8" tweener. She's a 5'8", really a 5'8" mid-range shooting guard. So, yeah, her skill set for certain teams doesn't work. But acting like this girl can't play basketball, it's just bullshit. And I think Angel McCoughtry should be ashamed of herself. But what's new? It's par for the course for how these older players or former players treat. I don't want to say it, but the reality is white girls who get attention in the WNBA now. There's a jealousy that's built in on any white girl who gets attention in the WNBA, not named Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers is okay because Paige Beckers has gone on the pulpits enough times that people, those individuals love her so. Hailey Van Lith, though, gets strays. We all know how Caitlin Clark gets treated. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. What do you think of this? Appreciate all y'all. Continue to support the channel. This is Rudy's Rant. Her game, her way wins basketball. Come on now.